Today we'll be discussing the National Science Foundation and the Research at Undergraduate Institutions, or RUI program. The National Science Foundation is an independent federal agency created by Congress in 1950 to promote the progress of science, to advance the national health, prosperity, and welfare, to secure the national defense, and for other purposes. NSF is an independent federal agency that supports about 25% of federally funded basic research in U.S. colleges and universities. NSF is divided into the following 7 directorates that support science and engineering research and education: biological sciences, computer and information science and engineering, geosciences, mathematical and physical sciences, social, behavioral, and economic sciences, and education and human resources. Each is headed by an assistant director, and each is further subdivided into divisions like materials research, ocean sciences, and behavior and cognitive sciences. Within NSF's Office of the Director, the Office of Integrative Activities also supports research and researchers. Other sections of NSF are devoted to financial management, award processing and monitoring, legal affairs, outreach, and other functions. To find funding opportunities, visit www.nsf.gov/funding, and you can browse a variety of opportunities via the listed program solicitations. Another way to find funding opportunities is to reach out to the program director associated with your field. Every NSF program director is an expert with a broad understanding of their entire discipline. Program directors ultimately decide which proposals to recommend for funding. If you choose to contact a program director, be ready to discuss your research. Not necessarily in depth, but at least be ready to give a broad overview of what you intend to propose. A program officer can help determine whether you're a good fit for a specific program. They can even recommend other programs that may fit better. If you're curious about what has been awarded to our institution by the National Science Foundation, visit www.nsf.gov/award search. Here you can filter results by a number of different categories. Maybe even find a few resources and experienced faculty from your own department. To sign up for NSF's listserv, visit www.nsf.gov/mynsf and enter your email address to receive periodic updates on policy changes as well as funding opportunities. For this presentation, I want to focus more on NSF's RUI program. RUI, or Research in Undergraduate Institutions, is an NSF program that is designed to support research at primarily undergraduate institutions. RUI supports individual and collaborative proposals, and it really does serve to give institutions such as ours an opportunity to receive and utilize federally funded research. RUI proposals are evaluated in competition with all other proposals submitted in the same area of research, and the review process follows the same merit review process that is the standard to NSF. However, one possible difference is that for RUI, many of the reviewers chosen might be from primarily undergraduate institutions. Other reviewers are also notified that the proposal falls under RUI, and that can be a benefit to the submission when it's under review. RUI submissions, regardless of the program, must be submitted under solicitation number 14-579. Fresno State is eligible to to submit under RUI because our enrollment is composed of primarily undergraduate students, and we award fewer than 20 doctoral degrees in all NSF-supported fields. For the most part, an RUI submission will mirror a standard NSF submission, with the exception of a few components. The first difference is that during setup of your submission in FastLane, you must select the RUI program solicitation number 14-579. Second, RUI gives you the opportunity to give reviewers information on the impact of proposed research activities on our institution by way of what's called the RUI impact statement. Fresno State is classified as a Hispanic serving institution, an Asian American Pacific Islander serving institution, as well as a minority serving institution. We also have many first-generation college students and are centrally located in California in an area that is not surrounded by beaches and other universities where this research experience can be obtained. Your RUI statement affords you the opportunity to single out these types of institutionally specific information and organize it in such a way that it shines a bright light on how great of an impact your research can have on a diverse student body. And lastly, all RUI proposals must have an RUI eligibility letter attached. This letter can be obtained through the Office of Research and Sponsored Programs. When submitting a grant proposal, resources are everything. To ensure compliance with the organization and a successful grant submission, please start by reading the program solicitation for RUI, as well as the program solicitation to the opportunity that may have attracted you to apply to NSF. It's important that you read the guidelines, as they not only contain specifics that may be required of your submission, but can often contain bits of information and requirements that are 5 or 6 pages in that you may not have noticed. Sometimes these tiny details can be the difference between getting funded and having to withdraw your submission. Our office also serves as a resource for you for your proposal. And our role varies, so depending on the person and their needs, please don't hesitate to ask for assistance or guidance should you need it. In addition to the solicitation in our office, NSF also has the PAPPG, which is their organizational policy and procedure guidelines for all submissions. The PAPPG covers some of the smaller yet ever critical areas of an NSF proposal, like basic formatting, but it also covers document requirements as well as more in-depth items like unallowable costs. NSF grant submissions are primarily submitted through Fastlane, which is NSF's electronic portal for proposal submissions. And to set up an NSF ID, please contact the Office of Research and Sponsored Programs. Please do this well in advance of your submission. And if you have co-PIs, they will also need to contact us and set up an NSF ID for your proposal. So where do you begin? Start by reaching out to us in the Office of Research and Sponsored Programs. Our role is not only to assist you in submitting your proposal, but also to help you develop your budget and to provide a sort of a specific, specialized level of expertise on grant submissions. If this is your first time writing a proposal, a good place to start is with the budget. While it's great to have big ideas, the budget really does bring out the reality of an idea, and it's important to start with that framework for your request for funding, as it can outline your projected costs, and those really tie in heavily to your project description. As your grant manager, it's my responsibility to help you design a budget that meets your needs and that is also in compliance with program solicitation limits. NSF places a tremendous amount of weight on a submission's intellectual merit and broader impacts. It's so important that per the PAPPG, it's a requirement of your submission that you isolate these sections and add subheaders that clearly identify and mark them. So that being said, it's important to really think critically about how your proposal encompasses the potential to advance knowledge, as well as benefit society and contribute to the achievement of a specific outcome. If you have a mentor who has previously received NSF funding, it's highly recommended that you discuss these criteria with them and really focus on developing both sections of your project description. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please contact the Office of Research and Sponsored Program at orsp@csufresno.edu.